Yeah, this is Patu Tommy, and I'd like you to keep listening to S.A. Paul.
Hello, friend. Welcome to Wisdom for Business and Talent. My name is S.A. Paul. In today's lesson, we'll be taking a look at how you can start a business in Nigeria. How to start a business in Nigeria. Now, before you start a business, there must be a reason or a purpose, there must be a set goal, or there must be a motivation. So what's the motive behind your desire to start a business in Nigeria? Is it that you want to be gainfully employed, you want to get out of the labor market, and you want to get yourself an income? Or could it be that you're tired of a paid job, you want to be your own boss, you want to call the shots and have more time for your family? Or are you working towards retirement? You want to set up an entity you can retire to. You need something that will keep you busy to remain healthy and probably get an income as you do so. Now, could it be that you want to divest? Or maybe you want to diversify, you want to start something new? Or could it be that you want to explore an opportunity, you want to fill a gap or fulfill a need? Maybe it's suddenly dawned on you that all the problems you see in this country, all the problems you see in your society, the problems you see around you are actually an opportunity, or you begin to see an opportunity in those problems. Could it also be that you want to replace an existing business that have decided to move out of the country or out of the market for political or economic or social reasons? Or maybe you want to implement an expansion strategy. The reason for this is you need to ascertain your motive, because this will impact on your approach and the choices you make in doing business. It will influence your strategy, it will determine your structure. Everything that has to do with your business will be largely influenced by the motive. And also, understanding or trying to ascertain the motive behind your desire or decision to go into business or to start a business in Nigeria will also help you remain focused, because you find it very easy to actually know where you're heading to. You see, most failures are as a result of broken focus. And according to Miles Monroe, if purpose is not known, abuse is imminent. Now, having known the motive, having ascertained your motive, the next thing you want to find out is, do you really have what it takes to run a business, given the purpose you are seeking to achieve? What is your experience like? If you're coming from school, if you just graduated from the university or from college and you want to go into business, certainly your experience will be different from someone who's coming from a paid job, someone who is about to retire and go into business. The experience of someone also who has been into business before now and wants to go into a different line of business, the experience will be a little bit different as well. If someone who has been unemployed for a very long time decides to go into business, the experience also will be different. The point I'm trying to make is this. You see, your mindset is formed and framed by virtue of your experiences in life. So, wherever you're coming from, you're coming with a mindset. The challenge here is, most businesses fail largely because of the mindset of the founders. Simply because the mindset that is required to succeed in business is different from the mindset most people have when they go into business. So, you need to make a switch from your current mindset to a mindset that wins in business. The mindset that I'm talking about is the mindset of an entrepreneur. I will dwell more on this in my subsequent lessons. You should subscribe to this channel now so you'll be the first to know as soon as the lesson is out. Now that you have ascertained your motive, you have been able to look at the experience you've got, the next thing will be, what entry level? How do you want to come into business? At what point do you want to come in? Do you want to start small? Do you want to start as a medium business owner? Or do you want to really start big? Are you starting from scratch, or are you buying an existing business? Or do you want to buy a franchise? Or do you want to buy a failed business that you're sure you could revive? I want you to think of entry level as a footballer. Your experience will determine whether you should start playing at the English Premiership Division 1 club level or your local league Division 1 or even a lower club till you develop your skills and capable enough to play at the English Premiership Division 1 clubs. You can see the relationship between your experience and the entry level. A lot of footballers started playing football on their streets and in their school days before playing at the international level. So if you have little or no experience in business, you may want to start with a franchise. And if you have to start from scratch, you may want to start small and develop the skills first and then scale and grow big. Alternatively, you may want to form a team that is made up of people who know what it takes to start and grow a business. Well, I'll be dwelling more on this in subsequent lessons, so make sure you click the subscribe button. Now, you already understand your motive. You've been able to weigh your experience. You know where you stand in terms of business experience. Now you also have been able to determine your entry level. The next thing will be, what are the requirements? What are the business requirements? What does it require to start a business in Nigeria?
Hi, my name is Tricia Hubner, and I'm Vice President for Business Development of eMyth Worldwide, located in the United States. Keep listening to S.A. Paul.
The first thing you need to understand is you can't start any business without an idea. So you need a business idea. Your business idea will actually be able to tell you which industry you'll be playing in. You'll be able to know if there's an industry that you fit in. You'll be able to extract the industry. The importance of that you get to know as you progress. Now, once you have your business idea, next thing you want to do is you want to see how feasible it is. Can I make money from this idea? Is it allowed in law? Can I have the raw materials if you're going into production? Will I have cheap labor? Will I be able to compete favorably? Will there be enough demand? If there's not enough demand, will I be able to stimulate and generate enough demand to be able to take care of my expenses while I remain afloat? You also look at the supply side. Do we have enough suppliers? Do you have enough people who are providing such services or not? I will also dwell more on this in how to generate business ideas. This will help you see opportunities around you that you probably have never seen before, and then to know how you take advantage of this. So to watch that video, you need to subscribe to this channel now. Once you have been able to ascertain your business idea, you already have your idea. The next thing you want to find out is the statutory requirement, the legal requirement to start a business in Nigeria. What does the law of the land say about business generally? Those are some of the questions you begin to ask yourself. What does the law say about the industry I will operate from? You see why it's important for you to understand or know the industry you'll be operating from. The next question you want to ask yourself is, are there regulatory bodies? If the industry, you want to find out if the industry is regulated. Who and how many are the regulators or the regulatory bodies? Now, I'll give you an example. We have regulatory bodies like NAFDAC, you have SON, Standard Organization of Nigeria, you have the Federal Inland Revenue Service, you have the Corporate Affairs Commission. Now, if you're planning to go into the production of food, related items or cosmetics or pharmaceutical products, definitely you want to get the certification from NAFDAC. Now, what do they expect I do before I start? That's another question you have to ask yourself. You don't just start like we're saying that. I'm trying to make you understand. You have to find out if there are regulatory bodies, what the law says about the kind of business you want to go into. Now, you want to find out what do these bodies expect that I do before I start, when I start, and during my business operation. Do I need a license? Do I need certification or permit to start? Knowing this upfront will save you a lot of trouble. Now, having understood what the business requirement is, you have your business idea, you know the industry that you're going to be playing from or operating from. You have been able to ascertain if there's going to be enough demand. You've been able to look at the business model that will help you to navigate through competition and thrive. Now, you've also been able to see the statutory requirements, the legal requirements. You probably need a certification from NAFDAC or Standard Organization of Nigeria, or you need some form of certification, license, or permit. The next thing is since you have been able to do this, the next thing will be your business registration. To register a business in Nigeria, there is only one agency that is backed by law and empowered. It's the Corporate Affairs Commission. They have branches nationwide. If you want to find out the nearest branch to your location, just go online and Google Corporate Affairs Commission in your location. Now, before you visit their office, you need to come up with 2 or 3 different business names. Now, the way it works is that when you get to the commission, you will be asked to obtain a name availability form. You will fill in those forms.
This is Patu Tommy, and I'd like you to keep listening to SA Paul.